got quiet and serious.
See, I'm watching how you get in your professional mode. Yo, go ahead, man. This is you.
This is
like
me.
game time,
this
son.
This is me. Talk about it with Franjez. Today we have two special guests.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie from the Least Favorite Podcast.
Hi.
And the executive director of Yonkers Arts. He is a brand strategist,
Yes.
a marketing professional, and a community leader. Today's guest is Ray Wilcox.
Yes. Appreciate you, family, man. I've been hyped about coming here, yo. Again, pleasure again for meeting you. This is dope. Welcome to the space.
Thank you very much for being here, bro.
Of course, man. Listen, thank you for being here.
Actually, yeah. We're out of the studio. We're hosted by the guest at Yonkers Arts.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Fire.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yo, listen, yo, it's a perfect spot, right, to have your off-site session. So I appreciate you guys. So for real.
Of course. Thank you very much for being here. Let's start off with a wellness check. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing okay. No, I'm doing good. I just feel like if we're gonna get into it,
See?
Dive
We
straight
into it, yo.
Like I was telling you guys earlier, I feel like I have been putting a lot of pressure on myself to like do the most.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, why? Like, there's no need for me to be doing that. And I'm just going to take this time to, like, focus on my nutrition. That's why when you offered me the beer, I was like, damn.
I feel that.
Because I'm really just trying to focus on what I'm putting into my body right now.
Word.
So, yeah.
Word.
How are you guys, though?
I'm good. I'm in grant season. So, this is the time of the year. I mean, it's like a few times a year where a lot of grants are due. So we're at it, yo. I mean, we have a small team here at Yonkers Arts. So it's like, all hands on deck when it comes to this joint. So, I mean, that's really taking up my spot now. But at the same time, too, I'm trying to plan out my vacation time throughout the year to make sure I stick to this, right? Because, like, go through months and months of just working, and you realize you haven't taken a day off. So
Yeah.
I made it like a real point this year. It's just like, you know what? I'm going to establish these days every single month, at least for the first 6 months, that I have off. And I'm trying to plan my vacations, yo. So...
Man,
That's what it is.
You rolled through a lot of information right there.
We go back into it.
It was a lot.
I told you it's gonna be the best one you have, bro. I'm telling you.
There was a lot there.
We here,
I'm like,
man.
question, right?
There it is.
I'm like, for the viewers, just like me, what's a grant?
Right?
See? You wanna start there? All right, listen, I mean, we here, we're at the Yonkers Arts Project Space and Gallery, and places like this are sustained by support from like the city, the state, the county. So right now, a grant is essentially a program that helps you fund a certain thing.
Okay.
So a project, event, a program, whatever it may be, according to their particular narrative, you fulfill that, you get your money. Some you get your money up front, some is a reimbursement, so you got paid up front, provide all your receipts, all your audits, and then you get your money back. So right now we're in the middle of like 3 different grants, and it's go time, yo. This is like playoff time when it comes to like, playing any type of sport, stuff like that. So
Really? So this is like the Super Bowl of what you do. Right now.
For certain levels, yeah. So right now we're writing for the city. There's a big one for the county coming up as well. So like I said, it's multiple times throughout the year. But we always gotta stay on it because like this helps us pay our bills. Like, this is my full-time job, so I gotta get all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I can curse and everything, right?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Absolutely.
All right, man,
That's
man,
Open
encouraged.
season.
No doubt.
Open
No
season.
doubt.
So wait,
Actually,
how many? Sorry.
Let's pause
Go
right
ahead,
there
yeah.
because I realized I didn't give myself my wellness check.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good. I'm doing very well. We were talking outside before we press record about how this month we're all feeling a little off, especially this past weekend. Right. I had an off weekend also, just like everybody else. I'm a regular person. I'm not superhuman. Just because I'm always, putting content out doesn't mean I'm A-okay and I'm ready to go all the time. Mm-hmm. It was a rough weekend mentally. I don't know. I just didn't want to get out the house. I don't know if it was the snow. I don't know if it's the cold. I don't know if it's the lack of sun out here because it's the wintertime and it's more cloudy and the sun comes out late and it goes away early. Mm-hmm. But today I felt amazing because I'm doing what I love and we have a great guest and a great co-host. So let's get it on.
Yay.
I'm ready. Listen, I admire what you guys do, by the way. I mean, listen, I appreciate the hustle. So that's kind of want to get that out there first. Too,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just want to give the viewers, some knowledge usually. So all my guests, I try to get a little deep.
Yeah.
Give everybody perspective from other people, because people are stuck in their heads and they think the world is all about them and it's affecting them.
Perspective
but
is
at the end of the
great.
day, it's not only affecting you.
It's true.
It's happening
True.
to everybody.
For real.
So let's start from the beginning. Where were you born?
So I was born in the Bronx, South Bronx, 163rd, 3rd Ave. I have that New York City hustle and drive in me. But at the same time, too, I mean, I'm from Yonkers. I moved to Yonkers when I was in 5th grade. So I'm saying, I've spent most of my life here in the city.
Oh, okay.
So I'm from the city. I did most of my work here in the city. So, I'm from Yonkers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So you see, he claims Yonkers. I do not.
But you didn't come so young.
I came when I was 15, but that's still young. I'm 31 now.
Yeah.
So now it's like
15.
But
You hit that threshold.
when I moved to Yonkers, I continued to go to school in the Bronx up
Sure.
until I went to Lehman College.
Okay.
But I went to high school in the Bronx.
Yeah,
like
shout
my
out,
friends,
yo.
everybody.
Lehman College.
Yeah, Lehman College.
Yeah, word.
Everybody
so you went
was
to school,
from there.
high school in Bronx too?
So not actually. So I finished grade school in the Bronx up until 8th grade, and then moved to high school.
No, but
here
the
in
school.
Yonkers.
You went to school in Yonkers.
I went to school in Yonkers.
So that might be the difference.
Yeah, like
you
he
went to
probably
high
really,
school.
really belong in Yonkers because your
Yeah.
friends are mostly
High
here.
school really.
High school solidifies you.
especially
So Bronx,
back then.
yeah.
Back then when it was,
High school,
especially in Yonkers, when it was only like 4 high schools back then. Remember
Yeah,
that?
it still is. No, there's more.
Nah,
now,
it's,
yeah.
it's man, way more than that.
I'm out
There
the
you are?
loop.
For real?
Yeah, yo, it's like
Oh,
10 now,
shit.
yo, for real. You didn't even know that.
I dead ass didn't know that.
Yeah, yo.
What? You know what's funny is, back it was 4, and then my daughter goes to the same high school I went to, so I'm not
you didn't
even
think about
venturing out and learning
Yeah.
about any other high schools.
Yeah,
10.
yo. Yeah, yo. For
Wow,
real.
what, the city's getting bigger?
That too. That too,
Wow,
man. They
that's
need it.
amazing.
For sure, yo.
Amazing.
But yeah, man, I listen, I still got the Bronx blood running through me. Always, yo.
Definitely. It always will.
For sure.
Explain what the Yonkers Arts is.
So Yonkers Arts, we are a nonprofit, art-based nonprofit. The mission of Yonkers Arts really is to kind of create this network of artists, galleries, museums, and create this community, essentially, of art-based institutions and all types of orgs. And what we do is, again, we cross-collaborate, we promote each other. That was the main mission for when I started. But essentially, I expanded on that once I came in because that right there was too generic. Like, it really says, it says a lot about us, but it doesn't really say much about us at the same time. So I really break down our emphasis and our ethos on our vision, which is providing programs to our community, so art-based programs to our community. The beautification of Yonkers, how can we murals, all types of sculptures, beautifying the city, adding character to the city. And then the last really kind of ties into the other is really how can we provide opportunities for our local artists. So I'm always trying to hire local teaching artists, murals to try to hire local. I really try to use that as our basis, and then from there I started reaching out. But that's kind of like that's what we do. And again, we're fortunate because we have the actual gallery as well. So we have about almost 4,000 square feet of gallery space here, and the only one that really has a performing arts stage.
So you rent out the space to local artists?
So what we do is we provide actual programs for our artists. Like, let's say, for example, like we know that our artists, they're small businesses, but most they don't even know that, right? So how can we help our artists understand that they're small businesses, drive economic development, small business development, startups, via their art, their passions. So we do that, but we also, again, go out into the community, providing all types of programs for our artists and our creative community as well.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, busy. We stay busy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Because, where does that idea come from? Why?
So
why do you care?
To be honest, I mean, like the city of Yonkers, again, now we're labeled the 3rd largest city now, right? I came into this a few years ago, and I've seen how the arts here is comparable to like New York City. Like we have tons of creative talent here. Like, again, I just met this man. I met you a few months ago. at an event here. You know
Not
what
formally.
I'm saying? Not formally. I think maybe I say what up to you because I think I've seen one of your podcasts before. But like, yo, this place can just features. It's like almost like a hub. So I'm meeting all these particular types of creatives. And I'm like, you know what? This right here is just easy because I'm again coming as a brand strategist. How can you really turn this into something that's profitable? And I have a great product here. So that's kind of essentially how I'm doing it. And I see different ways to get bread. I'm gonna create different programs to get bread. Like, yo,
Yeah.
But at the same time too, the same time too, like, I mean, we create impact, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's currency in itself. Mm-hmm. So like, if I could impact, 3 to 12 different students for a program, that's currency for me. So.
Hell yeah, you're helping out other people and yourself.
For sure.
That's godly.
Absolutely.
Speaking of godly, are you religious?
Yo, I went to, so I'm a Catholic school kid, right? So I went to Catholic school my entire life, essentially,
too.
right? So from kindergarten
Really?
to Sacred
Up
Up
Heart.
until
Bronx
high
thing?
school. Up until high school.
What high
I
school
wasn't-
was it?
I went to Aquinas High
It
School,
was
but it closed
see?
down.
Aquinas in the Bronx, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
it doesn't exist anymore. It's so
That's
sad.
crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
shut
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. So I went to St. Peter and Paul in the Bronx,
Oh, wow.
and then I went to Sacred Heart here in Yonkers.
I used to live on that block.
On Shauna? Yeah, yo, you probably seen me a few times, yo. Yeah, yo. Yo, shout out to Sacred Heart, yo. It's crazy because I used that to really gain my relationship with the mayor. The mayor was Sacred Heart. So I was like, yo, he asked me what high school we went to. It's like, on Sacred Heart. He's like, yo, so did I. Easy.
Wow.
I had great icebreaker in itself, and we cool to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? He the homie. Yeah.
Nice. And what's the Power Lab?
Yo, the Power Lab, the Power Lab is my baby. The Power Lab is essentially a community co-working facility and incubator. So we created this based off of me taking like these long, extended, like long lunches. When I used to work corporate, I used to go to WeWorks in the city. Like, I had a WeWork right at the park. Like I used to work 40th and Broadway. Bryant Park was right at the block. So I used to go for lunch to the Bryant Park location, sit there and just soak in everything. The experience was crazy.
For my viewers like me, what's WeWork?
So so now you're absolutely right, yo. So WeWork essentially is WeWork is a facility that allows businesses to rent space, essentially.
Oh, like you rent the room to like hold us.
You can create. Yeah, you can have your business. You can have your meetings. You can do any type of things within your space. You can rent.
Oh, they have a whole bunch of those now in the city.
Exactly.
You pay a bunch just to use those for like a few hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I heard of those. Not to cut you off, but to help the viewers out too.
For sure.
You have to have an LLC to rent one of those out, right?
No, not at all.
I heard that once. Maybe it was a different type of.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
rooms.
it could be because every different facilities have their different niches and what they curate. They almost kind of curate the community. We want to foster small businesses and nonprofits to come in that maybe don't have that, so that we can help you create that. So that was essentially the plan.
Now that's fire.
Yeah.
Now that's really good.
So I mean,
That's
it
really
was
good.
essentially kind of building our community through economic development a different way, as opposed to like, yo, looking for like a job placement type of place, like, because sometimes our community's not ready for that job.
Wait, so when did you start this?
I left corporate America in 2016, so I left.
Oh, wow,
that
so you've been doing it for a
I've been doing it for a
while.
little bit. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Power Lab is self-sustaining.
Yeah.
It's still running.
But was it harder back then? Because I feel like it's more common now. Like, especially there's an app called Gigster. You can find those spaces on an app. You book it like it's an Airbnb.
For sure.
So it's so easy now. But how was it in
sure.
2016?
Crazy. It was tough. No one knew
Because the accessibility.
No one knew the concept.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was so unfamiliar to Yonkers that it was. I had to just get people in the space. For
It's
them
like
to
when
see it.
Uber first came to Yonkers. Like, people were still calling cabs,
one
and I'm
knew.
like, why are you calling cabs? There's Uber. And they're like, I don't.
Yo, for real. Listen, I still use some of the local joints, so I can't
See?
front. What?
What, local
like
cabs?
family? Like family? Azteca, they
Cabs,
still
like,
around?
no.
Yo,
I'm always
what?
taking an Uber. I'm not calling a
Y'all
cab.
telling me
Like,
y'all
what I
don't-
look like calling a cab?
Y'all walk
Like,
up to the square and use one
that's
of the yellow
crazy
cabs
to me.
anytime, yo, for real?
I
Y'all
can't
that
remember.
bougie?
I can't remember the
Y'all
last
that
time I
bougie
did
now?
that.
No.
Ah, damn, that's crazy.
It just feels a little risky now.
Yeah.
You're paying for the security.
It's true.
Yeah, that's
Uber
true.
made it a
That's
safety
true,
thing.
Yo, listen, we got
Insane.
spoiled. Ain't nothing happened to us in any of those
Very
cabs back in the day.
It's
Luckily,
true.
right?
No, it's true.
Got again, lucky.
It's true.
But I mean, now we bougie. I see it. I respect it.
Growth.
Growth. You're right.
So yeah, man, Powder's my baby, yo. We trying to bring that here, man. I'm looking to expand it. We have a few. The whole place is rented out. I have like 7 offices out there. Nice. The whole place is rented out, and I'm capped. So how can I expand on that impact, increase that impact? I'm trying to bring it here. So that's the model for this year.
I like it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What is a nonprofit organization?
Yo, it depends on who's answering the question, yo, because there's a lot of funny business out here.
You.
So, all right. So a nonprofit essentially is a public organization that is geared to handle some sort of narrative or issue or nuance. So if you have a specific lane that you're in, and how can you create the good, right? You do the good up front, and then you get the payment back. It's not something that's really built for a lot of people. I felt as if like, yo, if it wasn't for me having that corporate experience, I would be terrible at this, because you gotta have structure, you gotta have all your things in order, because again, you being public, using public money, you could get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's the type of organization in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying, without going too deep, but that's essentially what nonprofit is. And then, I mean, there's different ways to kind of become, you got to incorporate some sort of like a revenue generator or a profit generating project, and that's more like a B Corp. So yeah, so that's like the difference between certain nonprofits and what you can do and what you really can do.
What was the corporate background you came from?
So, yo, I'm a marketing guy. My previous jobs were I've done sales, I've done cold calling, I've done business-to-business sales, but my last job was in cinema advertising, and I was there for 7 years. So that is like everything. You walk into the movie theater, all the movie posters, any type of branding you see in the lobby, beverage cups, popcorn bags, but then I also started helping with like the pre-show, which was like the script for the commercials before the trailers, back when I was popping. Back when you had to go get there early to get a chair. And now, I mean, you can just book your chair now. So that right there is kind of a weird model now, so I'm not sure what they're doing. But
yeah. It's funny though, because in Lehman I took like it was an English course, but he wanted us to focus on like the hidden messages behind things. So he made us study advertisements. He was like, you have to question why they chose that woman with that hair color. Like everything is intentional. And now I look at every advertisement like, oh, like I'm looking at it like, why are they doing this? Who they trying to target?
No, that's
it's dope.
Right.
Like you have to really be on it
There's
to
a
do
science
that.
behind it,
yeah,
too, you know, for real. Like
that's fire.
Just again, customer engagement, your eye retention, how you look at certain things when you walk into a store. Everything is built to a science, man. So
it's like you were the algorithm.
Essentially, right? We were the algorithm, yo. But I mean, I learned.
The AI.
I was the AI before the AI.
That eyes.
Yeah, yo. But I learned structure from there. I learned how to deal with clients and big budgets and stuff like that. So I'm super grateful for that experience.
Nice.
So I guess I'm here now.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are your biggest takeaways from Lehman College?
From Lehman? Yo, man, I remember just spending hours and hours in Carmen lunch hall, yo. Because I used to write. So
that lunch hall was so trash.
Yo,
like
trash,
what?
yo. But
you didn't like the other one?
Because I went there because
it was way more lit.
It was more quiet. You know what I'm saying?
It was more quiet.
Because I was really big into
the old people were there.
The
losers were there.
Oh, listen, I had to get words done.
The losers in high school.
Am I being judged right now?
I'm
being judged right now.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm lying though. I know I'm not lying.
Listen, that joint, right next to the that shit was lit. You're right. I ain't gonna front, yo. But just being there because I used to work full time, and I remember having finals, and one of my last classes were like calculus. So I was like, yo, I had to be in here and still do some of my shit I was doing.
The calculus was in that building.
So I was like, calculus.
Yeah, it was.
See, you know,
I remember. Yeah,
word. But listen, graduation, of course. I mean, always gonna be number one memory for me.
Of course.
Time in Carmen. Damn, man, what would be the last one? You know what? I guess when that they built the new gym, the gym first came.
Yeah, did you get to see the gym?
I got to see the
Okay,
gym.
good.
I got to
it was
see
very
the gym,
nice.
experience the gym when it
was
first
very
came.
nice.
So it was some good run inside there too, because I used to ball a little bit. So I mean, that was cool too, seeing a brand new facility But shout out to Lehman, man. Lehman held me down, yo, for sure.
Yeah, Lehman was good time.
Yeah, word, yo.
Same question. What were your biggest takeaways?
My takeaways, the first one was that, like, I really learned I had to be an adult because the way I was skipping class was crazy.
Easy, yo.
Too easy.
Too easy.
I'm like, yo, I'm dead skipping class and no one knows. Like, this shit lit. But, like, you really... Not for real. But you really had to be on it. So, but that showed me how much I truly cared about my success because I got it together. Like freshman year, I fucked around, but then I got it together.
Yeah.
And I graduated with like honors, and I was good. So, but it's like, yeah, I remember that the student life building. Did you ever go in that building? Did you have that building?
Possibly.
It was just a building where they had like pool tables, they had like PlayStations,
I was not in that
all
building.
types of shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Was that where they
Like
had
a rec center kind of thing.
Yeah.
Was
That's
that
cool.
the new space where they started building out the new studios where they had the
Yeah, they had even studio rooms. They had mad
so I
shit.
did see that.
Mad
I just
shit.
wasn't in there.
You didn't go
And
in?
all the clubs met there. All the clubs met
I know
there.
exactly
So
what
it
you're
was
talking
just lit. Like we would put music
Yeah.
on, play pool. Like it was a vibe.
She was way more involved. I was like,
It was a
I'm like,
vibe.
yo,
I was very
after work,
social.
get there, get the hell up out of there. Son.
No,
You
yeah,
know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
fun. It was fun. It was fun. So yeah, those are some things I took away.
Yeah, nah, man. But shout out to Lehman, yo.
Shout out to
We're not in
Lehman.
debt because of Lehman, and we get your,
Right.
your shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, 2 years on the dean's list and basketball champion at Pace University.
I don't. That's a lot, yo. Listen, I've done Dean's List, but I wasn't on no basketball team, yo.
All right.
I was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was an intramural king, the king of intramurals. You know what I'm saying? Like the tournaments that they have, like on campus tournaments, like outside the team and shit. I was nice at that. I was known. Everybody knew me. Nah, I wasn't no
In-house.
team. In-house.
Oh, I see.
In-house. Don't downgrade that though either, bro. Y'all being judged both sides, yo. I realize that, son. That was like, oh,
I'm like, oh, okay.
in-house. That's like JV. Nigga.
I just don't even know what it means. but-
No, that's intimate.
I was never into sports. So.
I'm not into sports either, so no judgment at all.
Yeah. So those like they
No
create the like to
judgment.
keep the kids entertained, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Create those tournaments. And like, yeah, you playing against each other. But everybody knew Ray though. Every time they dropping 35 on them, yo, they know.
35.
Yo, ask Jay, ask your man Jay, who's nice at basketball and football, son. He'll tell you.
Jay who?
Jay Lacayo. He know.
Yeah.
Yeah, son.
All right.
Shout out to Jay, yo. He know.
Shout out
All
to
right,
Jay.
I'll ask him.
Whoever Jay
I'll
is.
ask him. He's good people. He was on a few episodes ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were a DJ on the radio?
Nah, man. I mean, listen. Now you thinking, where you getting this joint? I feel like, yo. So when I was at Pace, so I went to Pace for 2 years.
Not you with the wrong facts.
No,
Like,
he went. Nah,
he's
he
not
going-
wrong. I'm just
he
getting
going-
too
he
deep.
going
He doesn't want to
that
admit.
deep.
He doesn't want to admit certain things.
Damn, son, that's your college radio. So I did college radio, and then I did.
shit.
I ain't making
That's
nothing up.
crazy. That's crazy.
I just digged a
How
little
did you
deep in my research.
Very deep.
And
That's all.
podcasts. So I did podcasts before podcasts was really popping. Like, yo, me and one of my best friends, like actually my best friend, we were like the Deezus and Mero before Deezus and Mero. Two kids from the Bronx, talking about all the shit. Like, yo, we had a dope ass studio in like Tribeca. It was crazy, son. We had to pay for the space up front. But yo, we was doing it. We had a good following at that time. If we would have stayed with it, bro, we would have been alright. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, y'all told you I'm about this podcast life, son. For real, I've been doing this.
You don't have any. Would you start another one?
So you know what? I like to be featured. I like to be that dude, like in the cut, like you know what I'm saying.
Why?
Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm the dude that has all world education, knowledge, experience. So I can add little tidbits in, but I'm not
Right.
leading it. He's the leader. You guys are leaders. I'm the one. I'm like Rosenberg.
Really? I don't get that from you. No,
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
get that from him. I feel like he could be an A mic.
I add equity.
yeah.
Right?
Of course.
You
I
could be an
equity
A.
for
No,
sure.
you could be an A mic. Like you could have your own show.
100%.
I mean, I have tons of
100%.
shit to talk about, man. A lot of shit I can
And
talk
if you
about.
feel like I don't know, you enjoyed doing it when you were doing it.
I did, yo. I mean,
It's
like I
like-
said, we
Even
covered
just to bring
everything.
joy into your life, just to do it for that, you know.
See, man, like I said, I have a lot of real world experience and things I know people probably went through themselves and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I'm always here for that. So even if you ever want to bring me back on, I'm always here for it too. So let me know.
Let's do it. Let's see how this one goes.
Yo, word. Word.
It just started. I don't know. By the end, I don't know.
Yo, you don't know. I don't know.
Right.
You talking about DJing and shit. Damn, son. What?
I thought I was making stories up about you.
I was
Like,
like, switchboard up there and everything.
Because I'm like, yo, he's saying a lot of things about you. Like, are they all true?
I dug deep.
Yo, I wonder what else is on Google, son. Damn, yo, shit.
Crazy.
Would you both recommend college to people?
Yeah.
No, you go.
Both
Want me to
suck
go?
your teeth at the same
me to go?
time. That's the
So,
answer.
all right. So real talk. I do think I'm big on experiences, right? I do think that people need to experience that type of setting and feeling.
I agree.
Would I force that on anybody? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I was able to pass calculus using YouTube. What's to say that people can't use YouTube nowadays to kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, I'm about to chalk this joint, so I'm all right. But yeah, so, I mean, would I recommend it? Yeah, I recommend it. But I force it on somebody and try to drill it in their head? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna force my kids. I don't give a fuck because I truly do believe what he said about like having that experience as a young adult, and I feel like especially now with the way technology is, because I work in a school currently.
Okay.
So I see the effects of technology on my students, and they constantly need that stimulation. And they're socially awkward. They're not really socializing with each other. So.
Right.
I worry about what kind of worlds I'm bringing my child in if technology continues to advance the way it does. And I want them to have that experience. Although college might be completely different by that time.
Yeah.
Completely different. But in a general sense, I feel like if you're going to major in something where you know you're going to have job security, in my opinion, like, cool, you want to be an artist, but I don't necessarily think that you need to go to school to be an artist. I feel like you can create and then just have a plan A just for some type of security. That's just my personal opinion.
You know, I didn't go to college, but I do understand how it's deeper education in a sense where you learn how to dig deeper into things. You have to break things down a little further than just high school and grade school. So that part of it I do like. Yeah. Like even if my daughter, because she did want to go to college, now she's mentioning she doesn't want to, but she's still, you know, she's very unsure. Right. So I would really want her to, just to get that extra structure pretty much in her life.
Yeah, people need real world tests. But we got our real life experiences from being like on the streets and coming up, and like I feel like this certain generation doesn't really have that other than like the other side of the ladder where it could go the opposite way, the negative way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really a lot of that. So I love seeing kids out here at this park playing ball when it was nice out here, like flooded, because that's exactly how you kind of build like to be social, to be competitive, to have that drive, right? And I feel like a lot of this generation don't have that. Yeah. So college, I mean, you're forced into like real world and real life experiences that you weren't getting in high school. For sure, yo.
Definitely.
Like culture shock sometimes too.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you do as a community leader?
Yo, listen, I made it. I have a personal mission other than like what we have going on for Yonkers Arts and like Power Lab. Like, I'm fortunate to come from like again the Bronx and move to Yonkers, but then at the same time too, go to school, work corporate, all of that stuff, right? So I kind of have this like I said, real life experience. How can I then give that back into the community using my experiences and my partnerships and my relationships? So the way I give back is by building programs and all types of impactful engagement that I know will benefit even if it's 1 to 2 kids or 1 to 2 youth, teenagers, whatever it may be, that's a win. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on creating programs. So like when you always see me, like always busy. I have like 4 or 5 programs happening all the time. New programs like always coming up, new projects coming up. And I'm always big on partnerships and collaboration. So however I could do that, it always kind of makes it easier for me. Mm-hmm. So that's my way of my give back. A lot of people actually, they be out here, you know, boots on the ground doing the stuff. And you know, that's great. You know, that's their lane. Mm-hmm. Some people have their own lanes, and this is my particular lane because I like to do more, like I said, behind the scenes, as opposed to me being out there where I could actually hire someone to be out there to do that and actually still have that same type of impact. So
beautiful. Helping the community is always beautiful.
For sure, man. Like I said, it's currency.
Tell us about your love for cookies.
What?
You think I'm crazy, but these are facts.
It's the facts. She ain't lying.
Where are you getting that? Where is
What?
that? Did you tell him that one?
That's known.
Oh,
yeah, that's out there.
Okay.
Yeah. That's listen, that's my
so specific.
That's my vice, yo. Everybody has their vice.
Wait, what kind of cookies?
Yo,
all cookies?
So real talk, all right. So
Because not all cookies are created equal.
100%.
100%
They're
right.
really not.
Yo, all right, 100% right. I'm a big chocolate chip guy.
Okay,
right?
but does it have to be a certain brand?
So
Chips Ahoy.
very specific.
OG.
So
milk.
OG, yeah, chips
In milk.
So yo, real talk. All right, so people judge me all you want, but we go back to the basics. Chips Ahoy Blue Pack is the quintessential cookie.
Is it?
And
I don't like chocolate chips at all.
And to break it down further,
no.
the better cookie like consistency when you buy in that blue pack is the family pack. Always buy the family pack. Don't buy the shorter
That's
joints.
specific.
I promise you.
What's your reason?
Because like the consistency is different. Sometimes the smaller joints is like a little bit like they just not getting it right. It's like in between. So they try to fit more in the family pack. So it's a perfect thin consistency.
Interesting.
Peep it. Watch. Go
Oh,
next
so you
time.
like the thin ones that are the
So,
chocolate chip ones?
I like the variation. Like
If
I
you're
could
gonna give me
go-
chocolate chip, it gotta be thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean
Pause
thin?
on this whole conversation.
Yeah, well, pause on this conversation.
whole conversation.
Yeah, nah. When you see it, pause, right?
Pause.
Once you see
Talking
the
about the regular OGs.
OGs,
They're thinner
yo.
in the family pack?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, but why is thinner better?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Do they
I'm telling
taste
you,
better?
the
Like they're
crunch-
softer?
Getting less.
Oh, the crunch.
The crunch is different.
All right. Well,
It's
that's his
different.
preference.
Peep it. But then I could still go like I could do like the insomnia cookies like the big
Oh, I
joints,
love,
right?
yes.
Like,
Those
yeah,
are good.
like
Those
high
are
level.
good. Yeah, high level, yes.
No?
Yes. I'm a the white macadamia whatever.
It's quality.
That's quality.
That's quality.
And I like a good sugar cookie, and I'm good.
Oh, see, I'm not big on
I see sugar cookies. They are my weakness.
Yeah?
Oh my
Sugar
god.
cookies beast.
See?
Yo,
Yo,
nice
that's-
and
yeah,
That's where
warm.
y'all lose me, son.
Nice
Sugar
and warm and
cookies, yo.
soft.
It's crazy.
That beach chocolate chip any day. to me.
Nah,
I don't
it
know
does.
about that. That's
Yes, it
blasphemy
does.
right there. Yo. I don't know about that.
Glass of milk, cold as ice.
Yeah.
One Chips Ahoy OG. Not from the family pack, the fat joint.
Yeah, the
Oh, you
thicker
know that
one.
thicker
The thicker one.
The discount pack.
You drown it
Drown that shit.
until the bubbles stop coming up. You're fully submerged. That's the key.
Really?
I swear. I
She
swear.
said you're fully submerged.
Fully submerged.
Ready to go.
Yo, I feel that.
Ready to go. When there's no more bubbles, good to
That's
go.
crazy.
That's-
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's my passion for chocolate chip OG.
Yeah.
Love that. for
Family
you.
pack.
Speaking of cookies, what do you do for your physical health?
No, great transition. Yo, real talk, because it makes me feel better about myself. He knows, yo, he's on his research.
You on your
He on
shit.
his shit, yo. He on his shit, yo. He on his shit.
You on your shit. You
Yo,
on your shit.
legit, yo, I'm telling you, I could eat like a full roll of cookies in like one sitting.
No way.
But then I box, so I box like 4 times a week.
Okay.
So that made me feel better about myself. You know, I probably
That's
got,
cardio
I probably got
the
like
entire
high blood
time.
pressure from eating all the cookies and shit. But I mean, that's my therapy too, yo.
Diabetes?
I have some, like, the diabetes, yeah, man. The cookies, yo,
A whole sleeve of cookies is no joke.
no joke, son.
When you're diabetic, they tell you to eat half of one cookie.
Oh, son,
You
You're eating a
come
whole
on.
sleeve.
That's
That's not living.
crazy.
That's not living.
Half?
that's not living.
That's prison.
It's not living.
That's crazy.
Does diabetes run in your family?
No, luckily,
Thank God.
thank
It runs in mine.
Thank God, luckily.
Awesome.
But I still gotta get, we still gotta get checked out. I mean,
100%.
there gotta be some
You
sort of
can't eat a sleeve every
ramifications.
day.
Yeah, there gotta be some ramifications for this, right?
Facts.
Yo, for real. Like, yo,
As he
listen,
sips his
something's
beer.
going on, yo. Something's going on.
I'm done.
Boxing is good.
Yeah, boxing therapy, man. Like, I feel like, especially within this field, in any field, yo, you should have some sort of vice where you're releasing energy. The energy that you take in all day, that shit could drive you crazy, yo.
Oh my God, that's
some
a good
people
point.
soak that in, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, cause I've always been competitive. I've always been a sports guy, playing basketball, football. So like that competition, but always hitting something. I found my joy in boxing, and I've been. This is like almost like 10 years in. And I do it like 4 times a week, and that keeps me good, honestly.
So what exactly pertains of boxing? Is it you meet with one coach? Do you do your own thing after you learn everything? How do you do it?
So I give the credit because I actually started at the YMCA here in Yonkers back in the day.
Yonkers love.
Yeah, yo. So back in the day, I started here in the Y, and we had an instructor who told us the basics about, But I've always been a fan. Like that's boxing. Watching boxing has always been something in my family, my grandpops, my pops, something that we always loved watching together. So again, I learned from the Y. I continued there for a while, and then I took it to different gyms, just what I know in different gyms, to just continue working out to the point where I could just go anywhere now with a bag and kind of do my own thing. Put some headphones on, put some music in my ears, and just get to it. 12 rounds later, I'm dead, and I feel like I just accomplished everything.
Wow.
So at the Y, you had a coach?
Yeah, yo. I think it was Coach Smith. I can't remember his name, but he was a beast, yo. He was fierce, man. This dude was like, no joke, son. No joke. Like, yo. For one of the few times I actually my first time I got into the ring, I sparred. It was under his instruction, and like, I was prepared, yo. He made me ready. And that confidence is something I feel like, yo, that's something that helped me as well. So, yeah, you inside there by yourself, one-on-one. Ain't no team sport in boxing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yo, love it. I suggest that for everybody, bro. You have something that, like, you could find that you could do in a regular that benefits you overall, not just, like, in one capacity. Yo, do that, yo. Find some sort of, man, you got to. Movement
Self-defense is always good to have, too.
Self-defense, yo. But even if it's, I have a great group that comes here on Wednesdays, the Yonkers Running Project.
Yeah, you told me about it.
You know what I'm saying? They come here every Wednesday, and they come here and meet as a group. They have different levels of engagement, so people can't do 2 or 3 miles. You know what I'm saying? They'll walk 1 mile, come back. But that right there is fostering that sense of, like, community, but also, like, that movement. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. So, yeah, man, that's big. So I really encourage that on all levels.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you do for physical health?
No, okay. I always got a fucking tail. But, because I used to work out super consistently for years. I was on it. Like, I would go 5-6 days a week. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm like, after work, I'm done. But when I was younger, all I did, I used to work in Costco in Yonkers. Okay. So, like, my shifts would be at 2:30 in the afternoon. So I could go to the gym, go to work, and I had energy. Yeah. And I would walk, like, 13,000 steps a day, 15,000, because I was constantly walking. Yeah. So I was good. And then once I left that, and now I sit mostly all day, I'm not really doing much. But I'm like, at least a couple days now at the gym. Yeah, slowly.
Yo, it's New Year.
Slowly.
That's it.
Yeah.
As long as you do it. I always recommend people minimum once a week.
For real.
Because you know what sucks about people when it comes to fitness? They think if they're not all in, they're not in at all.
That's how I feel. That's what keeps
Can't
me
be
stuck.
that way.
And then I'm like, fuck it. I already fucked up this week. I might as well just wait.
But you know better than that. You know what it is? Our minds are so powerful, we convince ourselves out of things we don't want to do.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. That was a bar.
That's real. Go back and rewind this joint and get that.
Nah,
that's a
good.
caption. That's a Drake caption right there, yo.
A Drake caption. Nah, that ass.
Yo, nah, yeah.
No, yeah,
right.
I gotta stop thinking like that. No, but you just motivated me. I'm like, yo, I'm going to the gym after this. Fuck that.
Yo,
after
easy.
This, let's fucking go.
It's real easy.
I love that. Let's do it. Everybody, please, minimum once a week. Get active. Get your heart rate up. Break a sweat. Minimum once a week.
Yeah.
It's better for you
than nothing.
Yeah, for real.
Than nothing.
Walk around the block.
Walk around the block.
Walking too. Walking is something I started doing in the summer, and that was lit. Mm-hmm. That was great.
Right.
Like have you walked like for long periods of time?
You know what's weird about me?
Watch the sunset. Like it's a vibe.
I like walking on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll put either headphones on, listen to like an audiobook, or just zone out or whatever. I actually walk on the treadmill with my eyes closed. I hold on to the sides.
Stop
and
it.
I keep my eyes closed. People at my gym must think I'm a weirdo.
I think you're a weirdo.
I know.
That's crazy.
On the treadmill, I got my eyes closed. In the sauna, I sit in the sauna for 15 minutes, eyes closed the whole time. Main reason, because I don't want to see a naked man. But it's also like the perfect time to meditate because I leave my phone in my car now. I've been leaving my phone. I used to leave it in my locker. Now I just leave it in my car. So I'm really out, like 15 minutes straight, I'm in my mind, I'm working through things.
That's what's up.
I don't even know how we got here. What are we talking about?
What do we
This
do
got
for our
deep.
mental
This is what I
health?
do for
Oh,
mental health.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, so that's actually one of the main things I do consistently.
Yeah.
In the sauna. Some people bring their phone to the sauna.
Yeah.
I look at guys like that, like, yo, you guys are beyond addicted. You need to keep, you do that. You need to, like, literally keep stimulating your mind. Just chill for
Aren't you
15
sweating on your
minutes.
screen? Like, the screen is
I
mad
need something to
steamy.
take my mind off how hot it is.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying, yo?
I'm roasting in this bitch. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Like, I need something to distract me.
I get so deep into it where I don't even feel hot anymore. I feel like it's just warm. Like, I get to that point. I'm dripping sweat, but I could sit there fine. I'm not even uncomfortable. Like, I'm past the time I want to be in here. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well just get out because I know I'm doing too much.
You like meditate a lot, right?
I love it.
You have a lot of more control of your mind.
Hell yeah.
Because you meditate.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
And
That's
and
great.
if you're constantly on your screen, it's not, you can't really focus on inside.
That's true.
You have to keep coming
That's
outside.
real, man.
And I'm not perfect. I'm addicted too. I'm always doing something on my phone. I'm always doing something on YouTube or
But you have to consciously tell yourself to, like, put the phone down.
100%.
Yeah.
Focus on this. Focus on whatever. Leave that. Focus on this.
That's real.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
No one.
Nobody's perfect. All right. Do you have a diet you follow?
Yo,
Besides cookies.
I
Ooh,
wish,
let's talk
yo.
about this. I've been talking about this all weekend. Let's do this.
Listen, I mean, I wish I had more of a regimented diet, but it's tough because, like, yo, like, again, grand season, I'm thinking today, like, did I eat today?
See, not good.
Real talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm trying to be more cognizant of that now because, like, when I do get on a structured regimen, I'm good. You know, cooking something at the beginning of the week, so this way you're planning, kind of prepping it. But, yo, lately, I ain't gonna lie, yo, like, I leave here at 10:30 at night, I'm not thinking about cooking nothing. What I'm thinking about is how fast can McDonald's get there before I get home. Real talk, yo. And some days it's like that, yo. Like, and I'm cool. I just kind of like gotta work it out the next day.
But, like, what time do you usually wake up in the morning?
So I'm an early riser. I do get up early. I get up at like 6 o'clock every morning, and I would say I'm at some sort of work capacity at like 7 o'clock. And then I'll stop maybe by like a 7 to like 11, kind of take a break, get away from it.
Okay.
Nice break.
Get away from it.
It's a
And
great
then
break.
from there, yo, real talk, and then from there I'm work from like 12 to like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So
you don't think that you could wake up a little bit earlier and eat something? You know what I mean?
I mean,
what do you mean? What do you mean eat something?
Eat something.
No.
Because he goes the whole day, he said, like, sometimes he won't eat.
yeah, but I mean
Like, do you plan your meals? Do you think about planning your meals?
I should be planning it better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
that.
lot.
It's-
I started
yeah.
doing it, and it's, like, annoying. But it's
It's
good.
annoying, right?
But it's good to, like, take care of yourself in that way. I feel like it makes the day a little
Do
bit
you
more.
get bored like planning like eating the same shit though sometimes?
No, I can
Like-
eat the same thing. If I make it really good, I can eat the same thing. Like, I was making smoothie bowls, really
Okay,
good.
okay.
And, like, oatmeal with fruit and granola. Like, it was good.
I could do a good smoothie.
Or, like,
you
a
know,
nice
daily,
omelet.
right?
I love a good omelet. So I'm going in.
Yo, yeah, nah. I'm not at that time in the morning. I'm not that
not
cognizant
doing all
of
that.
all that. Yo, real shit.
Nah,
like,
yeah.
You
It's
know,
rough.
the thing with fat, it's really the carbs, the sugar especially.
The sugar.
The sugar.
So
It's the sugar,
even
man.
in fruit, even though
Yeah.
you're having fruit in a shake, it's all sugar.
It's all sugar, man.
So
Sure.
it's deeper than having fruit instead of some like McDonald's. No, but you're still having a bunch of sugar.
It's true. It's true.
It's a balance of a little bit of carbs, some protein, some vegetables, some
Yeah.
fruit. It's a little bit of balance of everything. And I kind of do the same thing, but I'm a little more strategic. I try to not eat until about 6 p.m. every day.
Oh, so you could do like your intermittent fasting
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even start doing it on purpose, really, but it just started working out that way.
Routine.
And I've been on like a real deep self-development, self-help journey.
Sure.
And I looked into the happiest people in the world, the healthiest people in the world, all that. And the people at most peace, in my opinion, on earth are monks. And monks eat once a day, usually around midday.
Yeah.
Besides that, they're just meditating and relaxing, which is
Yeah.
that's like not productive, but
And then eating.
but it opened my mind to these are the happiest people, the most at peace people,
Yeah.
and they eat one meal a day.
But again, they're not doing much.
Yeah, they're not doing much. But
yeah,
it opened my mind to why and how intermittent fasting can easily work, and it is beneficial. To give your body a break, your body starts healing itself. If you don't give your body a break, it's not going to heal itself. That's and true. If you're not giving it a break, and on top of not giving it a break, you're feeding it trash, you're doing like negative,
you're doing it's kind of
benefits to your body.
Because people break their fast with like pizza or Chinese food.
Yeah.
Like I've had friends who do that.
I do it.
And I'm like, for all that, you should have just eaten all day because what the fuck? You just introduced the word. Your insulin is at its fucking peak. Real. And you're gonna give it fried food with mad salt,
like those monks.
I'd rather eat the fruit. That's when I'm gonna get the fruit. That's fucked up. Real, it's sugar, but like it's fruit at least.
Nah, if you're eating one meal a day, you could go crazy. Have fruit, have protein, have
veggies, not a slice.
One meal a day,
not fried chicken and fries.
So I try to also strategize a decent meal when I break my fast.
Okay.
You know, I don't even keep cookies in the house because I could devour.
Yeah, I don't buy snacks.
The sleeve, I could devour a sleeve, no problem.
Yo, man,
and then I'll put the rest away and still want the rest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
You know what I mean?
That's
so I understand that, and I'm easily that person. I can eat the whole sleeve, no problem.
Sugar
I understand it.
It's addicting, yo.
Just don't have it in the house, and you're better off.
Nah, you gotta have that shit in the crib, bro. You tripping?
Nah, it's not good. What religion did you practice in your childhood?
So I was a Catholic. I mean, being in Catholic school and almost kind of being beat into the religion. Literally, like, yo, for real. I've seen nuns beat kids up, like, for sure, yo. So I mean, yo, for real, yo, I've seen it. Yeah, like you never seen that in Aquinas?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean, they were like, no, not beating though.
Yeah, I've seen some shit, man. Like, you think that was all good in Catholic school? You wrong. Y'all look at us like, yo, y'all ain't got no shit going on now. You lying.
But now I'm wondering, what year did you enter Catholic school? Because I feel like they didn't do shit to us. They would just grill us, dirty looks or something. Yeah, getting beat.
We've had the ruler stories are real. So those things are real. I've seen like this one nun who has like 6'5" easy back in the day. Like had the longest, like her fingers were like as long as this, like the stem of this joint. Yo, her thing was if you was ever fucking like rude or anything, she would use her fingers and like give you like a noogie almost. For real, yo. Like, yo, for real. Giving kids concussions and shit with her big ass fingers.
That is crazy.
Fingers as long as
this shit,
crazy.
yo.
Nuggies
like,
out.
Boop, boop. Like, yo, I see that a few times. Like, yeah, yo, completely out of pocket, son. For real.
Oh, man.
For real.
But you know what? People turns out better. People need to get their ass beat.
It was the structure, right?
Structure. We don't have enough structure, and that's the fucking problem.
And that's the reason why. And in comparison,
we got no discipline because we have no structure.
For real. And then in comparison, back then, again, in the Bronx, like some of those schools surrounding the spot, like you weren't sending your kids there. Like real shit. Like you're not sending your kids to that public school that you live right next to. Like sometimes you need to pay that extra to keep your kids out of that setting. Whereas now, like, yo, real talk, school's a lot better now. Like, I'm going to put my kids in Catholic school anymore. That's dead.
Would you?
Yes.
Really?
Because I work in a school in the Bronx. And maybe it's just that specific school, but...
She see the shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, I would never... Never. I don't care if I gotta get 5 jobs to afford it. Like, I would never. Absolutely not.
Yeah. See, that's crazy. I want the flip side. I would never put my kids to go fucking Catholic school ever again.
But you see, Catholic school changed. It got better. I just want you to know that for real, because I feel like you got a negative view. Because those fingers would have got me tight too.
My biggest thing is this, right? So I'm very big into like I love learning. Like I'm a big history guy, like, and a lot of religion is history.
Yeah.
So don't give me a math teacher teaching me religion.
No, see, I didn't have that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah.
No, the nuns taught religion, or like people who were like deeply religious.
Yeah.
But nobody.
So I would question some of these teachers because like, yo, I would read books. I was blessed because like, yo, I come from a family that, again, we have that Catholic education, but at the same time too also have like like 5% of Muslim Islam type shit too. Like we got that education as well. So I've been in ciphers. I got that education from them. I brought that back to my school, asking questions, and people would tell me to get the hell out of the room because I'm asking too much of a deep question. I'm like, yo, how you not equipped, yo? Are you my teacher? So then I stopped asking questions like that. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So like Catholic schools, I feel like, yo, like, nah, I'd rather just pay for like a charter school or something, if that's the case.
Charter schools are good too.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
They
yeah.
are.
How about today? Do you feel like your questions are answered?
Depends on who I'm asking.
Nah. It's your question.
I love getting deep into some of these, like, you know, like introspective and all types of controversial, historical type references. And no one can really answer that. You know what I'm saying? It's all on based on what you believe. But, I mean, we can always get into it.
Let's
I'm
do it.
For it, yo.
How do you feel about afterlife?
I feel afterlife is real. I don't believe in reincarnation to a certain extent. I mean, there gotta be some sort of peace, right? There gotta be some sort of like, what are we living for? If there's some sort of afterlife, if there's good versus bad, like, why not just be a shitty person with the reward of like going, you know what I'm saying, to a better place? So yeah, I do believe in afterlife, yo.
What do you think the afterlife is?
See, that right there,
I'm gonna tell you guys one thing real quick.
that's real.
'Cause I feel like I've said this before, but I'm gonna try to say it as fast as possible. I read this book where it said the afterlife is like an infinite dream. You know how you guys only dream things you can fathom? You see a dog, you see a car, you see wood floor, you see white paint, you see humans, you see airplanes, cars, stuff like that. You never dream of stuff you don't understand. So if you live your life around stuff that's positive, family, love, helping others, helping yourself, and blah, 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 that's what the afterlife is, the constant dream of what you know and what you lived. So that's why they say live a good life, so in the afterlife you're living peaceful.
Real.
If you live a whole life of crime and fear and doing people dirty and being scared of being done dirty, murder, whatever, theft, your afterlife is just constant fear and worrying about the things that you lived.
That's real.
It sounds pretty realistic. If we each have a separate, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
That's deep. That's deep.
Let's get deep, yo.
And I also feel as if like again, religion is subjective to the person or relevant to the person that you're asking, right? Like it means different things to everybody.
Yeah, because I feel like I was born and raised Catholic. My family, they all practice that. And I would go to church every Sunday. I know a lot, and I went to Catholic school, so I know a lot about that. But I feel like I take more on like the Buddhist standpoint of it. And they don't really look at the afterlife in any like specific way. It's kind of just like whatever it is, it's going to be, I think I agree with you more. It's like whatever your mind thinks it will be, like however you perceive things. And so I just try to stay very present now and like, how am I perceiving things and why is it affecting me? And I'm constantly just living in that and not making like harsh judgments about shit. So like even with the afterlife, I'm like, I don't even think about it. I just think about now. Am I proud with the way I'm living now? And then I could worry about that when the time comes because we really don't know.
That's true.
No one actually really knows what happened.
No one knows.
Nobody knows.
No one knows. We could be sold a whole bunch of lies our whole life, yo.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't take much to be a good person.
Right, exactly. Like, why not be a good person while you're here?
Exactly, right?
And just enjoy life. Because when you're like a negative person, life sucks for you. I'm sorry. You're not going to convince me that it doesn't.
It doesn't.
You're not going to convince me that your life is good because you're a negative person. There's no way. There's no way.
Negative people don't even realize they're negative.
They don't.
Yeah, true,
and you just look and laugh.
I'll be a negative. I'm super negative at the crib, yo. I'm like, yo, wait, what? Yo, chill, yo. It's all about here. Like, it's in the crib, I'm cursing everybody out.
Can't wait to go home and be
I
negative.
can't wait to go home, yo.
Be negative.
Release this Cat Williams, all this. Everybody get the smoke.
No, that comes with the stress of working, though, the job, what you do. It's like, you know, it's a lot, especially when you're dealing with a lot of people, different personalities. And you have to kind of be a chameleon because you got to be professional too.
Yo, yeah, nah. It's,
oh
it's
my God.
It's a big thing.
It's exhausting.
Like weighing like the politics of just everything within this public world. You know, like this field, like being essentially a public figure, and you got to carry yourself a certain way. You got to think. I still got someone right here. Carry yourself a certain way. You got to watch how people think, because that right there can mess up with your bread. And
you have to already anticipate what they're gonna think, what they're gonna say.
And I wasn't about that, yo. I really wasn't about that. Before coming into this. You know what I'm saying?
When you really sometimes just want to be like, yo, I don't care. Shut up.
For real.
Leave me alone. Why did
real.
Dumbass? Like, why would you ask me that? You really want to like express yourself.
Yeah, man. I wish I could say some of that stuff and see a check stop.
Right. So for now, it's love and light. It's all love and positivity.
Is love, yo.
Love is love. I like that.
For real.
Who's the first person you think of when you think of success?
Ooh, that's a great one. Yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah. You can let him, man. That's cool. The first person I think about when I think about success, I gotta think about that one, man. That's a real deep question right there.
All right, let's put a pin on that one.
Yeah.
People are at the door because you created this DMX exhibit. This is the perfect time to talk about that.
Yes, yo. So to give context about this, yo, this exhibition has been in the works for the past 2 years. It was supposed to be aligned with the relaunch of Phillips Manor Hall, which was in downtown Yonkers, which I always absolutely hated the idea of, because in knowing what the actual place was and what represented it, I couldn't have this man have a tribute of this man inside that space. Like legit, I have a 3D rendering of the flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood bust. And it's legit of him simulated in blood. How am I have that inside that space? So because of that, and just because of just different issues with a whole bunch of stuff, I had to delay it. And thank God I did, because I was able to do everything I wanted to do with the show. And it's essentially a real tribute and an educational tribute, because a lot of our younger generation, our youth that we work with, don't even know who DMX is or who he was and who he represented. So on my walls, legit, I have a curated show featuring 100% of the large imagery in the show is from Sharif Z, who's a local photographer. So everything in the show that you see on his walls is from a local artist in some capacity. So not only am I honoring DMX, who's a local artist, local icon, I'm also honoring our local artists as well. So essentially honoring Sharif and DMX at the same time, with different inflections of DMX telling his life story through his words. So through the actual song lyrics, through context from his interviews, I was able to extract that and kind of place them in certain areas so that it could enhance that certain point of his life a little bit more through his words. So that's essentially what the show is, and it takes you through the whole gallery. And I mean, I had people here that was bawling, crying, because DMX meant so much to people here in the city. Everyone kind of has their hands or their arms kind of close to some sort of experience in some capacity. So having to kind of live up to that at the same time too, due to the real deep down, just the research. It was a journey, bro. It was the hardest experience, the hardest project I've ever worked on. And that's coming from corporate, and that's doing even Black Lives Matter, yo. So,
wow.
Yeah, real shit.
That's another topic. You were part of the painting in Yonkers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that coordinated the whole shit. I'm the one that went to war with the city for that joint, yo.
Talk about it. We had Black Lives Matters.
Yeah.
Painted on the street. That was Broadway, right?
It was. Yup. It was right in front of City Hall, directly across right next to what's that? Popeyes. That's Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Yeah. Popeyes,
Bank of America.
Yeah.
Burger King.
Burger King. Yeah. So it was right there, yo, and that was another journey right there, bro. Yeah, yo, from being bounced from different locations, that was actually my original location. You seen it, right? The mural that we did.
It was painted on the floor.
So
huge.
We did. So we essentially we did a right during the time of like the height of the shit. Yo, yo.
I'm like, I don't drive.
She's like, nah.
I work in the Bronx too, so it's home.
She's like,
work,
I'm from the Bronx.
son.
You know what I'm saying? But that mural was about 100.
No, but wait, hold on. You should pull it up though. Like when you edit, you can put a picture in the middle.
For sure.
I don't know if you know how to do that. You know how to do graphics and shit.
This guy's a boss. He got it.
There you go. Show it for the people who haven't seen it. Boom.
For real. This ain't no more, man. They just repaved the street. So I mean,
damn.
It was about 130 feet, right? It was it was large, yo.
I didn't even know there was that. Yeah, it was definitely like quarter block.
Yeah,
nice.
it was huge, man.
But how do you go about trying to do something like that? Like,
You
who
got
do
to
you
reach
talk
out to the city for permission first,
But
right?
who is the city, and where do you contact them?
City Hall.
All right, so yeah, so the one thing about me is that I'm relentless, yo. I don't stop, and I think that's the one thing about certain people. They kind of get discouraged and they kind of stop the certain projects and proposals. So like I said, this was the middle of the shit. Like, yo, when a lot of that shit was hitting the fan, I believe it was right. It wasn't too long after. I don't want to misquote this one. It wasn't George Floyd. It was before George Floyd.
It was before him?
It was before George Floyd. Again, I could be wrong.
I thought it was after.
So many situations,
yeah.
unfortunately, that we
I
could
think it was
reference.
right after.
It could have been right after.
It was right after. I think.
So again, I went to the city and I'm like, yo, listen, this is a city is again one of the third largest city here in New York. Very diverse community. Downtown Yonkers is pretty much built upon us, like down there, right? Black and brown community. It makes sense to do this, like push it. The mayor was a little apprehensive at first, but then I started kind of like still pushing it. I went to city planning. I went to a few different people. I went to DPW. I went to everybody. Yo. So it got accepted. My pitch got accepted. My proposal leaked. Somebody leaked my proposal. Then news outlets got out to it, and then the community got out to it. So I was getting all types of feedback. Like, all types of feedback, yo, from like anonymous calls to people leaving messages, like death threat messages, made up emails talking about all types of craziness. One lady, I give more respect to this one lady because she told me who she was. And she was like, "I want you to bring that shit over here." Like, yo, she was really wild because they bounced me from where it ended up being to then I was like, yo, if it doesn't work here, let's bring it to Main Street where you do Riverfest. Like, that makes the most sense, right? Close the block, easy. Businesses didn't want it on Riverfest. Businesses didn't want it on Main Street. Then I'm like, okay, it makes sense to bring it to Warburton because Warburton is like historically black, has history there. That's when the lady was like, yo, shout out to the lady from the trophy spot. Or Warburton. Anyway, like I said, I give you more respect because she actually told me who she was. And she cursed me out. She told me what she thought about it. I'm like, yo, I'm glad you think about that. Click. So yeah, so I went through all that shit. Like, yo, the city was trying to put on the back burner. And then I was like, yo, listen, bounce me one more time, I'm going public with this. And that's when it came together. They gave us a weekend. It rained Friday. Saturday, we did the whole joint. We had about 35 to 40 different organizations that was represented.
Oh, nice.
75 people came through. We did that shit in one day. Finished it.
That's fire.
Only reason why it's not there is because it's on a main street where the buses go over. So that's the only thing. But I mean, it's the biggest thing I've done. But it still wasn't fucking with DMX. Yo, all of that, yo.
All of that.
All of that, yo. Believe me. Nah, it wasn't.
Wow.
It wasn't, yo.
It's worth it, though. This guy was
It was worth it,
It looks
man.
great, though.
It's legacy.
This looks
Legacy.
really good.
Thank you.
It looks really
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah, I'm proud of this. I mean, this is a show that I had to do this one. And I'm not a curator. Like, I give credit to all curators. They go to school for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this right here, this is hip-hop. This is the culture. This is what I represent and come from. Mm-hmm. And I'm so particular. I think I have some sort of OCD. I have to. So like placing these things was fun to me. And like there's certain, I took you through a little tour. I was giving little tidbits about a little different shit.
Yep.
But it was fun just doing this because like I love this. I come from like this was me entering high school. It was all DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like it was all X. So it was a real big part of my life, and I wasn't gonna let anybody else do this. So
Perfect. They came out perfect. It was
thank
beautiful.
you, man. I appreciate that.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
So that question we skipped, you think you're ready for it? Who is the first person you think of when you think of success?
I'm gonna let you answer that first. I'm still thinking right now, yo.
That's crazy. Why would you not answer yourself? You're there. Like,
You know,
you are the person. You are literally the
Like,
person.
but that's the thing, you know what, about me.
See,
like,
I hate that shit. No, but you know what? In general, I'm gonna defend you because I really don't like that question.
That's a tough
That
question, yo.
question's dick. I don't
Because then
like
you
it.
come out answering that shit, they gonna think that you mad like, yo, like, this dude is like a
No,
dickhead.
because
Like,
everybody
yo, I'm the success.
No, fuck that. I'm successful. Fuck out of here.
nah,
This
listen.
is my life. Ain't nobody
Nah.
gonna be more successful in my life than me.
No,
You
you're
understand
right.
what I'm trying to say?
You're absolutely
There's
right.
no competition. You succeeded and you
that.
did you,
That's
right?
true.
Whatever
That's
you
true.
wanted it to be. You wanted to be a
You're right.
rapper, a ball player, a singer, a dancer. You did that, right?
That's
Actress.
true. Yeah, I think that people.
I don't
they
want to do
get
that
proud.
shit. But in whatever
Right,
I'm going to
right.
do, I'm going to be successful in that
That's
shit.
true. Be
And
proud
that's
of
it.
the journey, right? Right.
Fuck that.
Be proud of
So
the
you,
journey.
I'm going to say you.
I'm happy. I'm happy with where my journey has led me. How about that? All
Yes.
right? You know what I'm saying? I work hard.
Yes.
But I love the fact that if I needed to, I could still get out of my bed at 11 o'clock.
I
Exactly.
like it.
Not that I ever can, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Perfect. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, man, that's crazy. So my mom, my mom is, she was a paralegal. She worked for the city of New York for a long time. So, like, I've always been good with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always thinking, like, yo, I could probably be like a lawyer or something. Because I'm very good at arguing. That's what I'm saying. Like, any type of rap debate, hip-hop debate, you ain't got enough time for this shit, yo. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, if you start another podcast, that could be a segment in the podcast,
See?
like a rap debate.
Yeah.
They don't want
But you
it,
got to
yo.
make sure the person disagrees with you
They don't
wholeheartedly.
want the smoke, son. For real, I'm telling you. I'm passionate about this shit.
Nah, that'll be good. That's entertaining to watch.
But yeah, I mean, like, I probably wanted to do more law than anything. But I play sports too, so I always had that dream of being a ball player or some sort of like that. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Why did I want to be a lawyer for? It's crazy.
No, that's cool.
It was guaranteed money.
All right,
Well,
man.
glad
Getting
it
paid to be a liar.
Well, yeah, depending.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. But it's real. It's a skill too, man. So
It is a
respect to the
skill.
lawyers, yo.
I would be more intimidated by those lawyers who lie and win. Like, they always defend the criminals and they always win a case. It's like,
Yeah,
how?
like Kim
How?
Kardashian's pops,
That's
right?
beautiful. Huh? Who?
Like Kim Kardashian's pops.
Yeah.
Oh, he was good. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
yo. Listen, you got OJ off. You had to be real good.
Nah, the glove didn't fit.
All right.
Glove didn't
Yeah,
fit.
all right, yo. Everything else did. Pause, right? Everything else did, yo. But still, son, that dude, come on, we all know OJ.
The
did
glove
that.
didn't fit.
All right, man.
Not guilty.
Not guilty, right? OJ not guilty, yo.
Nah.
We all know that Kardashian got that man off. Him and what's his name? What's the name of the black lawyer?
I don't remember the
Oh,
name.
see,
I
yeah.
saw
See,
that guy.
nobody
I saw
remembers
that.
the loser.
See? He was
Loser.
on a winning team, though. He was on a winning team. Damn. See, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
that was the name of the lawyer. I'm drawing a blank now. I'll remember it later.
We'll remember later. What are 3 things you need to be happy?
Ooh, 3 things I need to be happy. One is, might be cliche, but I think peace of mind, knowing your relationships aren't toxic and detrimental to your growth is big to me. Like, I'm very big on keeping my peace in my inner circle. You know what I'm saying? If I can't thrive from being around you, learn or benefit, develop from being around you, then you're not gonna be around me. Real talk. So that's one, very key to me. 2, I would say, just keep your mind, like, as much as you kind of want to work out your physical, always work your mind out. Like, get out of your comfort zone, learn certain things that you never known before, because it's just perspective and it allows you to be able to connect with other people. And last thing really is, like, yo, your relationships are just as much as how much you get paid in your salary. Realize that these things are crucial to anyone's development, is the fact that you could make relationships, sustain them, build them. That's something that I feel like is very key to anyone. So I would say those three is very important to me, and again, that allows me to continue doing what I'm doing. Because if not, like if one thing was off, then it throws my whole shit off. Real talk.
I like it. Your circle is very important.
Absolutely.
Networking is very important.
For sure, man.
For growth.
For sure. For growth.
If you want to stay in the same spot, don't network.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. And life gets easier. You never realize, like, yo, especially in this particular field, that there's so many people doing great things, right? And of course, you want to be innovative. You want to have all these different types of initiatives, new programs. But it also works easier for you to be like, yo, listen, I love what you do. Why can't I contract you to do this one job so we can impact the community together, as opposed to trying to recreate that and being that particular person's competition? It makes no sense to me.
I feel like he's really speaking to me right now because you preaching. I do pop-up shop events. We started doing them in May. And it was like I wanted to meet other people and I wanted to provide a space for people to sell things. And like it's been such an amazing experience doing it. And then I've had performances, like you've gone to some of them and you saw the performances. And it's lit, like, and I'm like, wow, like I'm actually doing something, but I'd be afraid to like expand it more or like network more. Cause I'm like, I don't know. It's intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, like sometimes like people shouldn't take on everything themselves, but can't let go of things. Right, and that was one of my biggest.
That's
things,
me now.
Can't let go, but then at the same time too, you're making yourself your own hurdle. So you're putting yourself like and that's something that I had to let go as well, learn as well, and corporate, because I'm telling you, like after I was there for 7 years. So the first 2 weeks I wasn't there. I was like, yo, how is this campaign going? You sure you check this shit? Like, yo, you gotta let that shit go, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
for
it's
real,
true.
like
Let God.
yo, let go and let God.
Let
go and let God, bro.
I'm gonna do that more.
Yeah.
Because for my last pop-up, I had somebody help me. I was like, you know what, this time you do the flyers, you handle this, the event, the decorating, whatever, and it was good.
Yeah.
And you get to just breathe and focus on other stuff instead of like trying to put your hand in everything.
Yeah.
So
They say the bigger you get, the more you have to outsource.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. I'm telling you, from a team of 3, I got 3 people on my team. One who's my main assistant is located in a different country that is 7 hours ahead. Been my assistant for like forever. I'm not letting her go. And then I have another assistant that supports her. So it's a small team, and we still got to support all of this and new initiatives and new programs. So like the biggest thing I would ever encourage any business to do that's doing this is template everything, yo. Like, make sure you just have some sort of like plug and play template that it doesn't rely upon you to always think about something to do in the news. This way you can just like, oh, you know what? I had this. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. That shit is easy. It's easy.
It's great.
It's operations. It's operations.
No, that's great. That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely operations. What's the most exciting thing you ever did?
The most exciting thing I've ever done, I would say probably the unveiling of Black Lives Matter I was an emotional wreck, yo. I've never been that emotional in my life. If you want to get into all types of like,
yeah, what's your sign?
That's what I'm saying, right? I'll do it.
Let's get to it.
You want to get into it? I'm an Aquarius.
Oh boy.
See, yo, that's the same reaction every time I tell somebody that, yo. Yeah, I'm Aquarius. I'm a good Aquarius though.
No, wait. Hold on.
I already know what
Let's
you're gonna
rewind.
say.
Aquarius are good people.
Yeah? Why you laugh so hard?
Right. I don't know why.
Because
I don't know anything about signs, but her reaction said a lot.
No, I know a lot of Aquarius people, and they're very Like, you fit.
I fit it, right?
You fit because they're very talkative, very social. They get deep. They're very introspective. They're very honest, too. Like,
You said all the
brutally
positive
honest.
things. You laughed about the negative
No,
things.
because I could see.
yo.
No, you.
She listed all the positive things. Okay, let's be professional.
Remember, yo,
No.
intramurals? What's intramurals?
But I could
Internal
see.
leagues?
I could see how a lot of people would take y'all
on
the
the
wrong
inside.
way. I could see how a lot of people would take y'all the wrong way.
Yeah, no.
Y'all not for everybody.
We're not for everyone, yo. Listen,
It's an
we're
acquired
not.
taste.
But
You gotta have thick skin.
Listen, we're like pit bulls, right? It's not meant for everybody.
Yeah.
But we are the most some of the most loyal.
But they're great people. They're very entertaining.
entertaining, loyal.
Very entertaining.
Like straight up, like we'll jump in front of a car for like the people we love.
Yeah,
Like,
they're very
easy,
loyal. They are.
Easy.
They are.
Super
That
protective.
is very true.
Super protective.
Yeah.
Some people could be a little obsessive with that. But yeah, that's what I do know. But I'm passionate. I'm very passionate.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I say that
Passionate
too.
Aquarius.
I'm not crazy.
The
I'm
Aquarius.
passionate.
Oh no. Yo, for real.
As you get older, what has become more important and less important?
Yo, so this is something
great
that's a
question.
great question, man. This is something I actually learned from my girl, yo. So shout out to my girl for this. The older I'm getting, the more I realize that I need to spend more time with my family, like my folks.
Yeah.
You know, like we kind of get away with that, like get away from that. Like time is inevitable. Like, yo, they're only getting older. Value this time and make the effort because they really appreciate that shit more.
Yeah.
So I made it like a real big thing. I'm always at my parents' crib every Sunday. I talk to my moms every day. So making an intentional effort, I think that right there is huge as you get older.
I agree.
So that's important to me. The thing that's less important is being out in these streets, yo. Like I'm good, yo, for real, son. I'm good.
I feel that.
I take pleasure in being in my couch in my own oasis in my apartment and just be chilling, son.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do
yeah.
whatever you want.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not here, I'm in my apartment, real talk. I live a real basic, easy life.
Same question.
I think the same thing with the family thing,
Yeah.
especially since I live alone. You really could get stuck in your own bubble and you don't want to talk or socialize with anybody. So, yeah, making a concerted effort. And what's least important to me now is being right. I don't want to be right no more. I dead don't care. Like, I'm not arguing with you about a goddamn thing.
Yo.
I don't want to argue. I don't care. How can we fix it?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I feel
Done.
Am I cutting you off or not?
Right. Right.
Let's figure it out.
Let's
'cause
figure it
it's
out.
black or white. You in or out?
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that reminds me of again a great book that I read, yo. That like it's relative to that. Is again the subtle art of not giving a fuck, right? Like,
Yes, I have
right?
that book.
Yo,
I
man,
have
that's
that
like
book.
Bible, right? Learning like when not to like care as much.
Can you repeat that? Repeat that again, please.
She's still on the last topic. You're preaching about books.
You talking about getting deep and shit, damn, yo. For real.
The subtle art of not giving a fuck. I read that book.
Real, man.
That is a good
it's
one.
real, yo. Yeah, man. So, yeah, learning not to like really
read that
put
book?
emphasis. She got it.
I have it at home. Yeah, I have it at home. It's good.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah.
It breaks down how to put more effort into the things that matter.
Exactly.
Stop worrying about the things
Exactly.
that don't matter, and actually learned very deeply what that means. Reading a book, The Daily Stoic. You guys heard of it?
I've heard of it.
No, I haven't
Stoicism. Stoicism
Okay.
is the same as that book, where it's the things that don't really matter, stop letting them affect you. But
Okay.
it's hard for people to differentiate what they should focus their energy on and what they shouldn't.
Yeah.
This book, The Daily Stoic, is 365 pages, and well, not the amount of pages, excerpts from philosophers, and then the author, Ryan Holiday, breaks each down. 365 of them, and it's incredible. It helps you see things in a different way where you don't have to worry about the stupid things, the little things. Not everything is about you. Not everything is affecting you. You think it is, But you got to work through that.
True.
You got to work through that. Stoicism.
That's
Look
real.
into it. Stoicism.
That's real.
What's the best piece of advice you'd give your younger self?
The best piece of advice I would give my younger self. Yo, read some financial literacy books ASAP, yo. Like 5, 6 years old, yo. Like hit it at that point, man. Understand the game early, because then you'll be super prepared. And I feel like again our culture has just started getting really into it, right? And understanding financial literacy. But if we knew that joint from the jump, we'd be in so much better place, man. So yeah, that. And again, learn not to stress everything, yo, because I was I was a typical Aquarius, you want to say, back in the day. I had to learn how to, to handle my Aquariusism. Yo,
what is that? Your emotions?
My emotions, man. People used to say I used to turn into the Incredible Hulk. Yo, my patience was low. Everything would get to me.
Yep.
Yeah, yo.
That
So
tracks.
yeah.
That tracks with Aquarius.
Yeah, for real. Yo, yeah.
What do you think helped you best with your patience?
Boxing, reading. I think actually, you know what? The biggest thing, possibly outside of boxing, is journaling.
Oh yeah, journaling.
Yeah, journaling. That right there has been one of the keys to my development over the course of time. So yeah, journaling. Even if it's bullshit inside there, you need to scribble inside there, right? Like, yo, do what you do. Let it out. Y'all not like writing. I come from writing, so this is what it is. Yeah.
I like it. You got anything for that one? The piece of advice you give your younger self? Nothing?
I'll just be like, girl, relax. Like, you taking life way too seriously. Have fun. Let your hair down. Catch a vibe. Like, no, I was like such a dweeb in school. I was like, so like, read books and study. Like, girl. Please. None of that shit mattered, and you're fine.
You feel like you don't have enough like street.
Absolutely not. And my parents were strict.
Word?
So we weren't allowed to go outside or hang out
you.
or nothing.
I got you.
If we went to the store, they would come with us. It was
Gotcha.
like that.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be like that with your kids just because you know safety is very important?
I feel like I would let them, because my mother wouldn't even let me do like friend gatherings at people's homes either until I got a little bit more like in high school. So I feel like I would let my children at least do that, but you're not going to be out. I don't even think there's a culture now where kids are outside playing like they were in
That's
the
true.
90s, 80s, whatever.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Everybody's behind a computer screen or a game
Yeah.
screen,
It's like you want to make them go outside and do shit.
Like, yo, get the fuck out the house.
Yeah.
For real.
You have any regrets?
Nah, I don't. Yo, every L is a lesson learned, bro. You grow. You learn from it, you grow, right? And if you don't, then you'll end up going through that shit later on in life, and it always hits you worse later.
Yeah, and you'll get bitter and miserable.
Yeah, yo.
Accept
real.
it early.
Accept it early.
Accept
yo.
it early and
Like,
move on.
I like
Yeah, yo, like,
Move on.
I've been through some shit, man, and like, yo, it's easy to kind of get stuck in, like, always focusing on that, and that shit is way too heavy, honestly. I got too much shit happening other than that to always focus on that, so.
I like it.
Yeah.
Final question. What are your overall life goals?
My overall life goals, man, is again, try to live a long, healthy life, man. Even if it's not long, I just want to be healthy. I don't want to have to go through a lot of the shit I see a lot of these people go through, yo.
Yeah.
Real talk, like, take care of it now so this way you're good later in life. But at the same time, too, like, yo, I want to see my family be good. Like, even if it's not good, like, financially, like, just seeing them, like, just be good. I got 4 nephews, watching them be good. My brothers is watching them be good. Yeah, yo, putting my parents in a more peaceful surrounding and just making sure they good. Yeah, that's good for me, man. Real talk. Keep doing what I do, creating legacy and impact for these youth, and just kind of create a wheel of impact and success, you know, within the town. Maybe create a template that we could take it around the country.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the end of the podcast where you can let the people know where they can find you, anything you have coming up, and any advice you'd like to give the viewers.
I'm not even going to give you a calendar of things I got coming up because it's just way too much. But if you guys
excuse me, booked and busy.
Yo, that's it, yo.
Booked and busy, heard you.
Yo, check the website, yo, YonkersArts.org, yo. We put everything on IG. Everything is on there. So Yonkers Arts, everything. You can find me at Any State of Mind, ANYSTATEMINE, on IG. So yeah, man, that's it.
Nice.
Any advice you want to drop to people?
You be putting people on the spot, bro.
Advice? Yo, my black and brown community, come through to a gallery, experience a real fine art gallery in your town. Even if you're not from the town, come through to Yonkers because this is getting a black-owned gallery that we have here in the town.
Right, and you don't have to go all the way to Brooklyn to see one.
You know
You're right
like,
here.
We right here. We do dope shit, spoken word performances on this stage. We have this backdrop for a certain reason, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, you'll see when you put this shit out, man, how dope it's gonna look.
Amazing.
So, yeah, man.
You want to give the people nothing?
Nothing, yo.
I got nothing to give.
I just appreciate
You
you
start
guys,
putting
yo.
everybody on the spot.
Now you are.
That's what the point is. We're asking questions.
He's the guest. No, I have my own podcast. It is called The Least Favorite. Franjez has been a guest on a few episodes now. We talk about a lot of relationship topics. But I feel like most importantly, the relationship with yourself, because first and foremost, that relationship affects every other relationship that you have.
Sure.
So that's every Monday at The Least Favorite. I'm sure you will tag me so you can find me. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much
Appreciate you guys.
for
Thank
sharing
you.
your time with me and my viewership. Peace and love.